What's going on, everyone? Today we are going to be putting every team's last MVP winner back on that team, and we're going to see what happens. So not every team gets somebody. There were the Nets, Hornets, Pistons, Pacers, Grizzlies, Magic, Pelicans, and Raptors. All have never had an MVP winner. This isn't like, since the Nets have KD or something. No, it's just they go. We're just putting the prime version of that MVP winner on that team that they won it on. So for the 76ers, we got Allen Iverson at shooting guard. That's going to be a disgusting team. There's a few really disgusting teams. Bucks is Giannis, so y'all didn't get anybody. I was thinking about just adding a second Giannis on the team, so like the Warriors would have gotten a second Steph Curry, but I was just like, nah, that's kind of dumb. Bulls had Derrick Rose. Cavs have LeBron James. Celtics have Larry Bird. I think this is a really disgusting team. Jaylen Brown, Larry Bird, and Jason Tatum. Clippers have Bob McAdoo. So yeah, it is what it is. Grizzlies don't have anybody, I think I said. Hawks had Bob Pettit. Not necessarily the most important position they would have needed. Obviously, a wing player probably would have been more beneficial. For the Heat, they also get LeBron James. This is also the LeBron James from the Heat. The Cavs was the Cavs version. So, that's kind of how I did it. I think the Heat are kind of a disgusting team too. Hornets don't have anybody. Jazz have Karl Malone. I always try and leave him out of videos, but, kind of have to put him in this video. The fact that 2K has him in the game is just crazy to me. But yeah, this is a disgusting team. So Kings had Oscar Robertson, which was honestly the one position they didn't need. So we moved him to shooting guard, so him and De'Aaron Fox can play together. The Knicks have Willis Reed. Again, for them, not necessarily the most important position because they had Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens Noel. But, anything helps. Lakers, Kobe. Come on. This trio, with how good Drummond is in 2K, and Montrezl Harrell coming off the bench, this team's going to be fucking disgusting. The Magic had nobody. The Mavericks, Dirk Nowitzki, so Luka finally gets a good big to play with. The Nets didn't have anybody, but they don't need anybody. The Nuggets, Jokic, so they didn't get anybody. If this was literally like a couple days ago before they announced the MVP, I don't know if the Nuggets have had a past MVP winner. But yeah. Pacers didn't have anybody. Pelicans didn't have anybody. Pistons didn't have anybody. Raptors didn't have anybody. Rockets have James Harden. So they'll probably be decent at least. It's not really a good team around him. Christian Wood is solid. I guess John Wall is solid and Eric Gordon, but I don't know. Spurs have Tim Duncan. Honestly, this team's pretty ridiculous now. I feel like they have a lot of really good role players. Then you have DeMar DeRozan, so you get a superstar in there, and the Spurs would be really disgusting. For the Suns, honestly, not the position they needed with Steve Nash, so we're doing it like this so their big three can all play together. Steve Nash, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton is a completely disgusting team. And then you have Mikal Bridges coming off the bench. Disgusting. Thunder, Westbrook. The team kind of sucks, so it doesn't really matter. But Shea and Russ, we'll see what happens. Timberwolves, honestly, Kevin Garnett is probably the best addition for this team. Probably ever. So this is honestly a really good team now, I think. In my last video, I think the Timberwolves did fairly well. Because Anthony Edwards is like an 82 now. So, honestly, they're just missing a power forward. And so, with Kevin Garnett, I think this team's going to be fairly disgusting. But, a lot of other teams are more disgusting now. Trailblazers have Bill Walton, him, next to CJ and Dame. Come on. Warriors, again, nothing. Because of Steph. And then Wizards kind of got fucking screwed. Because their MVP winner was Wes Unseld. Who, I'm looking at 2KRatings.com, and it says that he's in the game, but he wasn't on the all-time Wizards team, and there wasn't any past Wizards teams, so you guys kind of got screwed, because I think with Wes, this team would be for. I mean, he's a 94 overall. Put him at center. Like, this team would have probably been a lot better. Not necessarily amazing, but a lot better. So, kind of sucks, but it is what it is sometimes. So, we'll see what happens. Lakers probably going to be discussing. 76ers. There was one other team. The Jazz are probably going to be discussing. So, we'll see what happens. But, like, so many teams are so much better. I genuinely don't know what's going to happen. But, like, usually when the Lakers get into addition, they just dominate. So, alright, so Miami Heat, LeBron wins MVP at 31. Just under 10 and 11. Shooting very efficiently. 76ers win 16-22, so that's pretty ridiculous. LeBron wins Defensive Player of the Year also. Steve Nash for the Nets still wins Coach of the Year at 63 and 19. We did get Westbrook, Prime LeBron, Kevin Garnett. I guess technically Jokic was technically the Nuggets MVP, so for the MVP guys. Then we had, as James Harden, Brooklyn Nets. LeBron James from the Cavs. And then Oscar Robertson, Karl Malone, and then Bill Walton defensively. Yeah, I was expecting a lot of older players. You had younger LeBron, Kobe, Willis. Then you had Westbrook, Kevin Garnett, Bill Walton, LeBron again. So, let's look at standings, see how everybody did, see if there's any surprises. Celtics dominated. Oh my god. 76ers did really well. Miami Heat, I probably expected them to be a little better. But I mean, again, since so many teams got so much better, you really don't know. The Cavs with Prime LeBron did not do as good as I thought they would. Any big surprises? Again, Washington, if you guys get Wes Unseld, I don't know if you guys necessarily win 10 more games, but who knows? You potentially could have. So, none of these guys had MVP. So, none of the teams who didn't have an MVP didn't make it. Let's see. Yeah, Cavs had LeBron. You had Willis Reed, D. Rose, Bob Pettit, LeBron, AI, Larry Bird, and then nobody, but their team's just ridiculous. And the Clippers, yeah, had Bob McAdoo. Lakers had Kobe, Karl Malone. They didn't change. Who'd you guys have? You guys had a center. Fuck. The fuck did the Trailblazers have? Why can I not think of his name? Bill Walton. Yeah, Mavericks got Dirk. Pelicans didn't get anybody, but Zion is literally just so dominant in this game. Kevin Garnett only gets him to 44 and 38. Kind of surprising. And then Oscar Robertson on the Kings did not help. Chuki really needs to stop disrespecting the Suns, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Literally two of the best point guards of all time. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I didn't think Thunder were going to be that bad. The fourth worst team in the entire NBA had Tim Duncan on it. Like 83, 79, 80, like just based off of ratings. Like on paper, this team is way better than that. What the fuck? And I guess James Harden on the Rockets too. That's really disrespectful to be worse than the Thunder and the Grizzlies. For the Suns to be that bad? I would say for the Warriors to be that bad. I mean, for the Pelicans to be that good is just so fucking stupid. Honestly, for the Nuggets to be that good when like these teams did so bad, that's crazy. Let's go through season stats and see how all of them did. AI 28.5 on 53% shooting. D Rose 26 and 10. LeBron 28, 8 and 10. Larry Bird 24.5, 8 and 9. Bob McAdoo 25.5, 9.5. Nobody there. Bob Pettit 22.5 and 10. LeBron, we know what he did. He was MVP. Karl Malone 25, 11.5 and 5.5. Oscar Robertson 25, 8 and 10. Willis Reed 23, 11.5. Kobe 28 and 10.5 assists. What the fuck? With LeBron on your team, you're getting 10.5 assists. That would literally be his career high. That's crazy. That's crazy. Mavericks, Dirk 25, 9.5. Pretty solid. James, this is the Nets. Doesn't matter. Who's the next team? Fucking Rockets, James Harden. James Harden not putting up like 35, 40 points on this team is crazy to me. Tim Duncan, almost 23, 11 and a half. Steve Nash, 19 and 12 and a half. I mean, come on. This is just disrespect, man. Disrespect. Westbrook, 36, 11 and 9 and a half. Kevin Garnett, 25 and 15 and 6 and a half. Bill Walton, 19, 12 and 7. And then, yeah, Wizards, I'm sorry. So we got the first round of the playoffs here. Let's see what happens. Let's look at the guys. Miami makes it through. Cleveland upsets Brooklyn. Chicago upsets Philadelphia. Minnesota, wow, both first seeds lost. Minnesota upset the Clippers. Bro, I was saying that. I thought Minnesota was going to be better. And nothing really else. Simulate this round. Okay, Portland just dominates Minnesota. Lakers make it through. Boston makes it through. LeBron versus LeBron. Miami Heat. LeBron wins. Oh my God, we could literally have. Oh, both LeBrons lose in the conference finals. We get Larry Bird on the Celtics, and then was it Bill Walton on Portland? I didn't think Portland was gonna be that great. I didn't think they were gonna be that good. And they end up winning the finals. Bill Walton, finals MVP. Honestly, I didn't think they were going to do it. 18 and a half, 10 and a half, and 8. I didn't realize his playmaking was like that, man. I did not realize it was like that. Larry Bird puts up 32, 13, 7 on not efficient shooting. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but 32 points on 28 shots is definitely not what you want. It's a 12-point game. CJ 27, 7 and 9, Damian Lillard 25 and 11, and then Bill Walton 22, 8 and 7. I said that was going to be a disgusting big three. Didn't think it was going to be that good. But I guess you also have Nurkic coming off the bench, Cantor coming off the bench, and 2K loves their big men, so it is what it is. Portland, honestly, I'm super happy in this video because I always complain when like the Lakers or the Nets or the 76ers Boston or the Clippers win, because it's just so predictable. So we finally got an unpredictable video, which is so cool. Portland makes it through. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be back with another video soon. Peace.